being the Diamond League 200 meter final. But
Mhm.
ultimately, this race was the second time, the first time we get to see Sha'Carri Richardson on the track after some will say humiliating performance she had in Prefontaine. It may be humiliating, but it was very controversial. Everything from the post race, the pre race to the performance. When Sha'Carri Richardson runs track and field, people watch. People watched here. She gets fourth. I thought she would get fourth. I predicted she would get fourth. But let's go through a little timeline for Sha'Carri. So after she finished ninth in pre and had the crazy post race interview, she did eventually tweet the only way up from ninth. The only way from ninth is up. And she kind of held on to that mantra. As if we kind of, on the start line, she put up 9 fingers to say, hey, this is my new brand. The only way up is ninth. Really, what she was showing was, I'm going to finish fourth and giving you a high five at the same time. That's what she was doing. It was like fourth place, high five, right? So that's what she was really predicting, not
Interesting.
ninth from pre. She was all over her, Instagram doing a thing. After she finished ninth, she tweeted out "feeling delicious," which I don't know what that means. That the feeling.
Wait, was that today?
Delicious? This is today.
Oh,
I don't know. How does one feel? How does one feel delicious?
You skipped a key part on the timeline of today, which is those of us who listen to the Drake album, the release at midnight, Sha'Carri got name checked on the Drake album. So all that happened within this 24-hour span as well, too. That's pretty big. First name basis now.
That is true.
I woke up and she was trending on Twitter, and I said, oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? It was right there in that right column on Twitter. And then I clicked on it, and it's just because Drake mentioned her in his album that went up at midnight last night. We'll have to have Justin Knight, the foremost Drake fan of anybody in the track and field world, come on and give an evaluation of the album. I just thought it was just interesting. She's first name basis now because he said Sha'Carri in the song.
She's in the same category now as Jay-Z. Jay-Z was on both the Kanye album and the Drake album. People were making a joke about that. And now Sha'Carri can be like, hey, I'm name dropped by Drake, but I'm also in Kanye promotional for headphones or whatever. And that whole thing. Who else can finish fourth in a Diamond League and at the same day be like in the relevancy of Drake and Kanye? I mean, I knew she was going to finish fourth. This tweet, someone tweeted this out. I don't know who did it, but someone who owns the FloTrack Twitter password tweeted out Gordon's prediction of finishing fourth. But regardless of all the outside noise of her Prefontaine, the ban, all this stuff, this is what we thought. You thought she'd get third or fourth. She ran 22:45, so she was very far away from the other elite athletes. What is your kind of read on Sha'Carri as the athlete, the 200-meter, 100-meter runner, now going forward? Now that the Prefontaine race is done, now her next latest race is 22:45.
Well, she did say the only way she has to go is up from ninth, which was true. Like, this was a better race objectively than what happened at the Prefontaine Classic. I think we tend to lump the 1 and 2 together for did you lose me?
I think we lost you right there for a moment. You back though?
Okay.
Colt, we good? Oh, we're back.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll take 2 on that. I'll take 2 on that one. Yeah, so she's always been stronger in the 1 than the 2, as I mentioned before. I think we are looking at that gap that she had mid-season and glossing over that. And it wasn't a planned gap in mid-season, and it was 2 months off, essentially. So I don't think we can read too much into what's happening in these post-Olympic meets, basically. I think she's going to come back next year. I think she's going to be fine. I think in the 100, she's going to be better. This was not a disaster, but this was also not early season Sha'Carri as well. But I also don't think early season Sha'Carri just disappeared all of a sudden. There's no reason to think that. Clearly, there should be, all the travel, training, everything is not in line to where it was in the beginning of the season. Why would it be? I think if she had say she had switched places with Asher Smith, ran 22.0, right, and was a 10th back of Jackson, it wouldn't have got the publicity of, oh my gosh, Sha'Carri's back, she got the win, but that would have been a huge result. As it stands now, 22 mid, not a great result, but again, she's out there still just competing, which I think at this point in the season is good enough, because there's nothing she could do in this part of the season that would make up for not being able to run at the Olympics anyway. So healthy, move on. Maybe she runs another race or two in Europe, but to think that she's going to go away and she's not going to be a factor in 2022 because of the Prefontaine Classic and this Brussels Diamond League meet. Like, I know people like to pile on her, but that's ridiculous. She'll be back next year. She may not be running 10.5s like Elaine Thompson, but she's not going to be getting last. She's not going to be running 22 highs and 200s next year. I think she'll be fine.
Do you think she'll be eyeing indoor and potentially try to like make a world indoor team and kind of, because you know the Jamaicans don't really.
Indoors.
I don't. The Jamaicans don't really focus much on indoor. They don't. They don't focus much on indoor. That could be an opportunity to kind of get your name back at the top of, like,
sure.
You know, she could like boast, "Hey, I'm a world champion," and Jamaica's be like, "There's no indoor Olympics. We'll meet you in Eugene," type thing. You know,
her strength though is the second half of that 100. So I don't know if you could pencil her in for a gold medal in the 60 either. All I know is everything that she's done this year has not gone to script. So when it was good, it was great, and when it was bad, it was not good. Right? There's never been just this steady Sha'Carri performance, and I think that's tough to manage, especially when you've only been a pro for a couple of years, and especially when you're going against two all-time greats, which is what Thompson Hurrah and Fraser Price are. Right? And then you look at Mboma and Jackson, and okay, maybe they're not all-time greats, but they're really, really good. Like, having two sub-22 people in a race, like, go back and look through the Diamond Leagues of years past. That's hard to do. In many cases, Asher Smith's 22-0 would have won Diamond League 200. So there's a lot here going on beyond just, oh, yeah, she got confident and then lost. And I think clean slate 2022, she'll be fine.